1,000 years would I have dreamed that I would find myself in this position, because I was very involved with her. I was very involved with her school. I felt like I was not naive, really, to what goes on in the world.
My daughter was trafficked at the age of 17. She was recruited by a friend, someone who I've never had met. She was trafficked for 7 years from Houston to New Jersey, from New Jersey to New York, and from New York to California. And that is where I found her, was in Sacramento, California. And by that time, she was completely homeless.
She was a victim. She was on the internet, and she was a child, and she was a victim.
You have to understand, the greatest gift you can give a predator, the greatest gift you can give a predator is a child and a parent that don't know what's going on.
Houston's #1 in the nation for sex trafficking. And it makes sense. We've got all the sports teams, all the conventions. I mean, we bring people here all the time. Super Bowl.
You know, it doesn't matter if you have a good kid, it doesn't matter if you have a good home, that they go to a private school or a great school, you're in a gated community. When it comes to the online world and social media, everyone is potentially a target. And so we've got to be talking to our children early on, from the moment they get their first iPad, not the cell phone, about being safe online and what the risks and consequences really are.
My friend and I, John Clark, started the Fight For Us movement. After learning from anti-trafficking nonprofit organizations on what the gaps were in services that were needed, volunteerism, funding, we decided to do a community uprising. And our friends in Austin had started the Austin 20, so we started the Houston 20, we now have the Katy 20 and the Woodlands 20. It's meant to be the next Mothers Against Drunk Driving type movement.
We have spoken to more than 80,000 parents in the 5 years that we've been in existence. We've also raised more than $2 million directly that we have given to our organizations, and we also help purchase a facility that will be used for trafficking survivors.
You know, on our website, fightforus.org, we have what's called the 6 steps. It's basically what you need to look for is someone befriending your child, whether online or in school or in church, then trying to introduce intoxication or behaviors that they wouldn't normally partake in, or activities they wouldn't, or places that they would go they don't normally go to. The other one is, it's basically then you start seeing a little bit of an isolation where they're basically moving them, or people are trying to convince your child that they shouldn't listen to you, that you're too strict. Your children's friends will start changing. A whole new group of friends that are luring them into things that they shouldn't be doing, that you've taught them is against your own moral compass. And then the next step is, after they've basically moved them away from all the different people they know and they're exuding different behaviors, all they do is have to capitalize and basically take that right time in that moment to convince your child to leave your home.
I can look back and I can say 1,000% proactive is better than reactive, right? She didn't get a chance to get involved in drugs, alcohol, other things, because we prevented that, thank God.
My mission as a mom is to, one, be there for other mothers that may be going through this, or be there to help try to save a child. You know, I don't believe what my daughter and I have been through was in vain, and I really hope to spread our story, and our story be a story of hope. That when you hear only 1% is saved and gets out, my daughter was that 1%. And I was relentless, and I didn't give up, and I would like to pass that hope on to other people.
We're so thankful for the Houston 20. We're so thankful for the work they've done in Houston, but we're so proud of the model they've become for the country. You're seeing other 20s pop up nationally, and that's because of what Houston's done.
I hope the legacy of Fight For Us, the Houston 20, the Houston Area Against Trafficking, the Oil and Gas Trafficking Awareness Group, all these collaboration groups that we've put together under the Fight For Us movement, I hope the legacy is that we started the conversation. And not only did we start the conversation, but we introduced solutions to the community, and then put our own skin in the game and continue to fight back for not only our own kids, but for others.